Do you want a professional email address? One that says info or hello or your name at yourdomain.com. Now, if you're asking yourself, what is your domain and how do you get one? I have a video all about that linked up here. But really quickly, your domain is the website name that you would have purchased for your business. And in my instance, I use Namecheap because they give you a lot of cheap domain names, hence the name Namecheap. Okay, so similar to setting up and purchasing your domain for your website, you have to pay for hosting, and it's the same with these professional email addresses. You have to pay for the hosting of this email address. So I chose Namecheap. There are multiple platforms that do this. For example, Gmail has a paid plan where you can get these professional email addresses done called G Suite. However, it's way more expensive than Namecheap. So I choose to go with Namecheap because I was able to get just one professional email address, because that's all I need so far, since it is a one person team right now, and I get one email address for less than $1 a month, right? So I think that is a steal of a deal, and I'm going to show you how I signed up for that. So when you go onto Namecheap, right, you can click on get email, then select domain, and you definitely need to have a domain name already, so make sure you follow my video tutorial and get your domain name. And I suggest getting it directly through Namecheap because they are one of the most affordable suppliers of domain names out there. And once you do that, you'll be able to put in your domain, even if you chose to buy it or you already purchased it from another domain name provider. You can put it in here, or if you did get it through Namecheap, it will pop up in the drop down menu, right? So you could select that. And so for example, for me, I will select use domain I own with Namecheap, select, then I will select it and add it to the cart. Then I'll confirm the order. I will click auto renew, then click continue. Then I will select the payment method and input the information if it isn't already saved. Click continue, click pay now, and select the terms and agreements, and then click create mailboxes. Right, so on this page you will see that you need to now connect your email to your hosting platform. So for me, I do not have my hosting with Namecheap, so I'm going to assume that if I did have my hosting with Namecheap, all of this would have kind of been automatically done. But in this instance, I will have to now go into my hosting provider, which is Siteground, and change or update the DNS records so that I can connect this email to my hosting provider, right? But before you can update these DNS records, you do have to create your mailbox. So for example, it will just tell you to input the prefix that you want that would be in front of your domain name, which would be your website name. So in this case, I put info at tiffany'sonlinecollection.com. you can put something a bit more friendly like hello, or if you want this to be your name so that it is your email address as the business owner, you can put your name, which would be Tiffany at Tiffany's Online Collection. So whatever you choose, you put that information there and set up your password. Now once the email itself is created, now you can go in to update your DNS records in your hosting provider, which I'll show you through Siteground because that's the hosting provider that I have, right? So it's not as daunting and as difficult as you think it is, because I thought it was in the beginning. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? But it's not that difficult. So like all you have to do, right, is log into your hosting provider, and you have to find the option where it allows you to update or edit DNS records. Once you go into there, you're going to select the TXT record type because it is a TXT DNS record that we are going to update for this email address, right? So you're going to input the value, and you could see on the table that they provide you all the things that you need, right? They tell you the type, they tell you the value and everything. So you input the value for MX, which is the record, and in destination and priority. So you're going to put in the relevant value for each one of these headings that would be corresponding in your hosting provider. So you will see it, they will have something for every aspect, right? And then you click create once you put in all the respective or corresponding values. And once all the DNS records are updated, right, they say it takes about up to 4 hours to update, but I don't think mine took so long, but that's the maximum amount of time it should take. Once you have all that updated, then you'd be able to access your email and use your email, right? So for Namecheap in particular, the website or the platform that you have to access in order to get onto your professional email address is called privateemail.com. Once you log into privateemail.com, then you'd be able to access your professional email. So once you're inside the private email platform, what I did is I use my iPad for everything. I think I made a video a while back of like how I use my iPad to like power my entire online business. You could check it out if you're interested. So I definitely would want to connect my email to my iPad, right? So how you do that, you select the option to link to a device, and it will give you a QR code or a link, right? So because I'm doing everything on the iPad itself, I went through the link option because I couldn't really scan it on it, if that makes sense, right? So I went through the link option, and then it will take you through the process of adding a new email address or email account to your device. And once you go through that process, it will be added, and you'll be able to access your email along with all the other emails that you have connected to your device. But one thing to note, however, you cannot connect more than one private email addresses. So if you are like me and you made 2, right, you can only connect to 1. So choose wisely which one you want to have, priority access to, and which is the other one that you will just log in your browser and check from time to time. Obviously I chose that one to be my business one that is directly connected to my iPad, so if anybody contacts me via that email, I will have timely notifications from that account. Right, so once you have set up your professional email address for your online business, you're going to want to sign up for an email marketing software. So in these two videos coming up next, I walk you through how to sign up for email marketing softwares, both platforms which I use and recommend. See you over there.